Yeah. Willis, what is your concern with the listing of the sugar mills?
Let me respond to these legacy politicians. You know, they're very interesting. When we say...
You think back and these
are legacy politicians. We are used to their talk. But the most important thing about the sugar factory leasing, they are claiming here that the debts were retired. Just look at, just do as the Business Daily yesterday. Put here, Sony Sugar farmers are up in arms over pending 319 million owed to them. I'm a sugar farmer. I supply to Chemelil, Moroni, and Kibos. And I can tell you I'm owed more than 5 million from those companies. Leave Kibos alone. Let's now pick to Chemelil. And so if they are claiming that they've paid, they've settled the farmers' debts, I will be a rich man today. I'm not. Some of my debts are falling back over 5 years ago, not been paid. But the legacy politicians don't want to discuss the key issue that I'm talking about. The issue I'm talking about is the manner in which you leased out this asset. When you give somebody a 30-year lease, the person is almost 60-something, 68, 70. He's bought it for his life. And where is the interest of the farmer? Why didn't you come up with a model? And he asked us about solutions. Why didn't you come up with a model in which you say the farmers who are the owners of the local nucleus also have a buy-in, have some level of ownership? Do, for example, a rights issue. Say the strategic investor takes 30%, the farmers take 30%, the government takes 30%, and the rest you open up to the rest of the country so that we all get ownership. Sugar is a product that is consumed every morning in every Kenyan household. Why give it to an individual and not come up with a model that incorporates even the farmers, those who've sacrificed for this? The second thing I want to say, you know, when I listen to Cherargei speak, he keeps talking about that we've given your son CS Treasury, we've given your son CG First CDF. Please, you've not given anybody's son those positions. Yesterday, in Adiedo Secondary School, there was a poor grandmother. Adiedo is just next to Mbadi's home. It's in Homa Bay, but Mbadi's home is in Migori, in same Homa Bay, where Mbadi comes from the CS Treasury. That grandmother was sitting in Adiedo Mixed Secondary School trying to sell 5 chicken to offer to the principal as school fees for her children. So what is the benefit of that, what you claim to be CS Treasury is given to Jaluo, and yet the common man on the street, the common Jaluo on the street, is struggling to even pay school fees, to feed herself. She had to carry 5 live chicken to school as school fees. And here they are telling you, now Jaluos should celebrate, we are now in government. When Mark Nyamita, a legacy politician, talks about that this is the first time that Luos are being given positions in government, this is the first time that we have roads. No, please, let me say this.
He spoke about roads in his area.
Roads in his area. I'm coming to that. Talk about roads in his area. Let's go to Oruba in Migori, where he comes from. Go to Rapogi, the roads he's talking about. Which are these roads that are being done, that have never been done before? When were Luos never in government? And this gaslighting by legacy politicians, we must stop it. There is no time that you can tell me that Luos have never been in government. The government belongs to all Kenyans. And it is political administrations that come up with policies. And William Ruto's policies have failed the people of Kenya. Just like it has failed the people of Nandi, it has failed the people of Lunyanza, it has failed the people of Nairobi, it has failed the people of Central. It has failed Kenyans. But legacy politicians will prefer that you discuss our governance based on tribal lenses. That we must reject. They talk about that, William Ruto is okay to go and launch a transformer. You see, legacy politics. They want you to reduce a discussion on energy as purely a light bulb. When you are discussing energy and intervention in the energy sector, you should be talking about what is the number of megawatts we are producing per year as a country. What is the surplus? Because energy is a factor of production. We need to be producing energy that we can use to drive manufacturing, industry. Today, as we sit here, we are producing 3,000 megawatts. Our consumption is around 2,800 megawatts. There is no surplus. So anybody who, for example, wanted to put up a plant and machinery that requires 500 megawatts, and interrupted supply, they can't come to Kenya. Why? Because when they look at your grid, they are saying you have no surplus. I'm not going to risk my investment in this country because I will be competing with the rest of the country and I'll not get. But legacy politicians want you to say, discuss energy based on a light bulb, not based on production. As I conclude, let me say this. When we say, and Cherargei talks very well, that we have put 200 housing units in Nandi. So the Nandi people should clap for him. The population of Nandi County is 885,711. A legacy politician wants you to celebrate and clap for 200 housing units that cost 2 billion Kenya shillings. I mean, let's be serious. What is the impact of having 200 housing units in Nandi County against a population of 885,711? My response will be, what you should be focusing on is how do you empower the people of Nandi to be able to access credit facilities that they can put up decent and dignified housings for themselves. And one thing that stops many Kenyans from accessing capital is because their government is illegally in the market, borrowing from the domestic market at high interest rates, and it blocks the people of Nandi from acquiring or accessing mortgage facilities, because when they go there, they are told their mortgage is 20%. They can't afford it. And they are borrowing to go and put up 200 units in Nandi. That is negligible. It is nonsense. It's a mockery to the people of Nandi who are 885,711 and they only put up 200.
Okay.